We are live. What's up, my ninjas? How are you today? Super, super stoked to be coming to you today live with my wife, Brittany Slade. Say hello, baby.
Hi.
So, for those of you that don't know, Brittany and I used to work together. Oh, I don't know, at my air conditioning company, what, 10, 15, 10, 12 years ago. And I met back up with her about 2.5 years ago, and she stole my heart. So I've asked her to come on today to go through kind of an example of what this video is about. And the question that I have for you is, are you going to die broke? Has this ever been something that's concerned you? I know that it's something that's concerned me. I came from a family where the words that I heard most of the time were, we can't afford it. Yeah. Right? How many of you out there, give me a thumbs up or give me a heart if that was one of the most famous phrases in your house? We can't afford it. No matter what I wanted, it was, we can't afford it. And that was one of the reasons that I started working at the age of 11. My father owned his own heating and air conditioning company, and I wanted stuff. And he's like, boy, you want stuff, you want food, you want clothes, come to work. And so from the time that I was 11, I bought all my own clothes. I didn't want to wear the Kmart stuff, the Walmart stuff to school. And we couldn't afford that kind of stuff. So I ended up having to go out and get it on my own. So the question is, are you going to die broke? Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you've thought about this before. Also, if you're watching this live, will you just please put live in the comments? And if you're watching a replay, just hit replay. So here's the question. I've got Brittany on here because you guys can't interact with me right now. We're just going to run through a simple exercise. And you can feel free to put your stuff in the comments. All right. First thing I want you to put in the comments is, how much money do you think that you need to make in order to retire? How much money do you think you need in the bank to retire? That's the first question that I have for you. Please put it in the comments. All right. So Brittany, we work with technicians on a daily basis, and we were recently in one of these Facebook groups, and we're always reaching out trying to help people. Now, look, I do a lot of stuff for free, but I also charge a lot of money when I'm hired. Right. And people tend to hate on other people that are trying to do good things in the world. You know, it's kind of like crabs in a bucket. OK, so recently, Brittany went into a group and she was like, hey, listen, why don't you tell them what you put in the group?
I just said, if you wanted to up your average ticket, to DM me.
Yeah, if you want to up your average ticket, DM me, is what she said. And what kind of hate spewed? These Facebook groups for HVAC and plumbing, you guys are the most ruthless mother truckers on the freaking planet. I mean, I have never seen anything like it in any other group in my entire life. Give me a hell yeah if you know that that's the truth. So what are they saying to you in this thread?
Yeah, my favorite.
Yeah.
Was probably show me your butthole.
Yeah, show me your butthole. That was awesome.
Yeah.
There was show me your titties.
Yeah.
You know, send me pictures. High class, super high class. Right?
I mean, a lot of
but one of the other comments that she was getting was, I do just fine. I make plenty of money. I make $75,000. I make $80,000 a year, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I think that most of us did not grow up wanting to be poor or wanting to struggle paycheck to paycheck. Did you grow up wanting to know, wanting to wonder where your light bill was going to come from or your rent payment for the next month? Was that like your dream as a kid? Or did you dream of having more than you had as a kid? And at what point in your life did you decide that enough was enough? How many times did you bump up against the same wall? Did you fail before you decided, this is it for me? I want to ask you that. And how much money do you really think you need? Listen, you have an income problem. Yes, you have an income problem. You're not going to like this, but it's out of love that I'm telling you this. You have an income problem. Do you want to work for the rest of your life? Babe, let's jump in here. Let's say that you're a technician. You're making $80,000 a year. Answer like a technician would. All right. Okay. So how much money? First of all, how old are you? I know I shouldn't ask you that.
I'll be 34 this year.
So 34 years old. And at what point in your life do you want to stop working?
Next week.
Yeah. Right. But like realistically, like unless we win the lottery, how long do you think you're going to have to work? What is it in your mind, how long do you think you're going to have to work before you retire? What's that retirement age for you?
As a technician, I'd probably say 65.
65. So you're 34 right now. 65, that's 21 years. You got 21 years to stack enough cash in order to be able to retire. Okay.
Yeah.
And how much are you making right now as a technician?
As a fake technician?
Yeah.
I'll say 80.
Not as somebody that's in our mastermind program who's crushing it, but
Yeah.
just an average technician.
Say 50 to 60.
Yeah. Let's say 60,000. So you're making $60,000 a year right now. And you want to retire in 21 years. Question for you. How much is $60,000 going to be worth in 21 years? Do you know?
10 grand. I mean, if you go half, maybe 30 and then half 15 grand.
You're absolutely right. This in 20 years is going to probably be worth about $15,000. So in 21 years, you don't need $60,000 to maintain your lifestyle. You need 4 times that number, right? You're going to need $240,000 a year if you don't want to take a reduction in your lifestyle. Okay, this is just inflation. It's just simple math. And just so you know, in 2017, $1 million in 2017, that's worth about $500,000 today. Okay, in 5 years, we've seen doubled inflation. All right, now this is great for everybody that owns real estate, but it's not so good for you if you're a technician or you're somebody who earns just an income, just one income. Okay, remember, I said you have an income problem, and I'm going to convince you of why right now. So if you want to retire, Brittany, the fake technician, 20 years from now, and you need $60K a year to live right now, and that is the inflation takes it down twice, you're going to need $240,000 a year. All right. Now, $240,000 a year. How long do you plan on living if you retire at 65?
Say at least till 80.
Till 80. So you got 80 years old. How long it's going to be until you die? Hopefully in this calculation, you do die by 80, because if not, you're going to be completely out of money. All right. So this actually, the older you live, the harder it is and the more money you actually have to put away. So 15 years times $240,000. That is how much? How much money? How much is that? So we got 240 grand. 240 grand times 15 years. That's $3.6 million, assuming that that's not going to experience inflation over these 15 years. So you need, these numbers are so conservative, it's scary. So you need, I'm going to erase this real quick. You need $3,600,000 in your retirement account when you retire. All right, now question, how much is $3.6 million going to be able to pay you on an annual basis? If you're lucky, you're probably going to end up with about 8%. All right, 8% of $3.6 million is about $240,000 a year that you're going to need. Now remember, you're going to have to pay some tax on that too. Okay. Good news is if it's in a vehicle that, like real estate, it's going to be passive tax. So about half the tax of regular tax. So question for you. I said you have an income problem. You want to still have the equivalent of $60,000 a year, 21 years from now when you retire, which means you need $240,000 at that time. You got to make $3.6 million, but you got 21 years to do it. Question for you. How much is $3.6 million divided by 21 years? It's 171. Let's round it to $175,000. You've got to put away $175,000 per year for the next 21 years. Now realize that is after tax money. And if you're making that kind of money and still living on 60, you're going to have to make what? 250 minimum. No, probably 350, 300,000. Let's do the math. 175,000 a year. You got to put away. Divide that by 0.7 to say that you only pay a 30% tax. I know that a lot of you guys are paying a lot more than that. So $175,000 Divide that by 0.7. You got to make $250,000 additional dollars every year for the next 21 years in order to put $175K away. An additional $250,000 a year. Otherwise, you're going to run out of money before you die. And I promise you, the government's not going to be here to take care of you. Unless you've got some kid who ends up becoming super rich and is able to take care of you and you keep that good relationship with them, you're going to be screwed. Do you see now why I say that you have an income problem? This is not a lot of money today. $60,000 is not a lot of money. And in 21 years, $240,000 will not be a lot of money. Look at what's happened with real estate in the last 2 years. Most of the areas in the country, it's nearly doubled. It's nearly doubled in the last 2 years. Are you starting to see that you have an income problem? Right? I'm not saying this to be mean. I'm saying this to help save you from almost certain misery for the rest of your life. All right. When are you going to start taking your job as a provider seriously? When are you going to stop covering up your eyes to what you know is true? And that is that you have an income problem. All right. Now, the good news is that that income problem can be solved. All you've got to do is find a good mentor, find somebody who knows how to do what you want to do. Somebody who can show you how to make an extra $250,000 a year. Now, you don't want to go to your buddy who's making $100,000 a year to do that, do you? We did a video not too long ago that talked about needing good mentors. I have to have good mentors. I have to have good mentors. Otherwise, you're going to end up miserable when you're older. You're going to end up being one of those crotchety old ass people who nobody wants to be around. All right. I'm here to help you. Put me in the comments. If you want to have a conversation, I'm going to give you 30 minutes of my time. 30 minutes. Just put me down in the comments. I usually charge $2,500 for that 30-minute call. But if I help you, why would I do it for free? If I help you, and I know that I can for free, you will probably hire me in the future. And at that point, I'll be able to charge a lot. Okay. So I want to help you. I'm offering you 30 minutes of my time. Put me down in the comments and somebody from the team will reach out to you and set up a 30-minute call where we can meet and I can do what I did just about an hour ago. And that's have a consultation with somebody, show them how to double their service tickets instantly. In the next 5 days, their service tickets will be doubled. And we did it for free this morning. This is my way of giving back to a community who's been phenomenal to me. All right. I hope that I've convinced you today that you have an income problem. The question is, will you do something about it? All right. Money replenishes. Time does not. All right. The 10 or 12 or 15 years that you've spent getting to where you're at, that time is gone. Take your money, invest it in something that will help you so that you can get a return, so that you can start making more money. Folks, I have people in the HVAC, plumbing, and electrical businesses that are students of mine that are making $500,000 a year, serving clients at a higher level. And here's what you have to know. You don't have to do anything immoral, unethical, or illegal. There's plenty of clean money out there, and you can get it by helping people. Listen, technicians have got super, super big hearts. And I work with you guys every day. And one thing that I know about technicians is that they don't want to sell anything to anybody that they don't feel that the client needs. And you've been asked to go out there and sell stuff for your company, but they don't tell you how to get a client to actually want it. You've been winging it, right? And it's not your fault. Reach out to me. I'll give you 30 minutes of my time, absolutely for free. And I might be able to direct you to some free resources that will help you in the future. I'm not going to ask for money or take money from you if you're not ready. All right. I don't need your money. I need the results that are going to come from it. I want to help you to work less, make more money, and get home for dinner on time. This is the real purpose of Lead Ninja, is to help technicians work less, make more money, and get home for dinner on time. Why do I want that? How many of you just put, if you can even remember, when was the last time that you tucked your kids in at night? When was the last time that you made it home for a sit-down family dinner and had conversations with your family? You're working hard, not smart. All right. Reach out to us. I'll help you double, triple, quadruple, even 10x your average tickets so that you can get a little bit more control of your life. You can choose to spend more time with your family, and you'll have the money to do fun stuff on the weekends or whenever you want. We take every Friday off, don't we, baby? Hey guys, I love you. Please put somebody's name down in the comments that needs to see this. And remember to hit me down in the comments, and I will get you set up for a free consultation. All right. I love you. You got an income problem. Get your ass off the couch. Let's do something about it. You can make $200,000 and $300,000 and $400,000, $500,000 a year in this business, and you can start doing it in the next 30 to 60 to 90 days. All right. Depending on how much work you're willing to put in. All right. We have a 30-day action-based money-back guarantee on some of our programs. You want to ask me about that when we meet. All right. Love you guys. Signing off. Rise up, my ninjas, and go get it.